All right, let's talk a little bit about member etiquette. So a lot of this is common sense, but sometimes we get busy and we forget. So I'm going to talk about three different things. I'm going to talk about the quiet co-working area. I'll talk about phone calls and how to take phone calls, where to take phone calls, and then making sure that we're, of course, cleaning up after ourselves. So first off, in each of our locations, there are designated areas where folks can chit-chat and where they can't, what we call quiet co-working areas. If you're in the quiet area, you need to be quiet. That means no talking, no phone calls. Now this creeps into the co-working area where there's allowed to be some chit-chat, but you need to use your best judgment. In some of our larger spaces where we have a significant amount of white noise with the fans and the fountains, there's more of an opportunity to pick up a quick phone call, especially if people are talking around you. But if everybody is working quietly and you're the only voice that's carrying, you need to get up and you either need to do this. Find an open meeting room, and there are schedules on every board in front of the meeting room, so just note, is there anybody in there? Can I pop in there for 10 or so minutes? Doesn't mean you can sit there for 2 hours and take a conference call. If you need to do that, then you actually need to book the room, and there's signage to remind you of that on there. The conference rooms, the meeting rooms, the lobby, some of our spaces have other designated areas for phone call space specifically. But again, if you're in a chatty area and there's lots of chatting going on, you're more than fine to pick up a call and take a quick call. But typically we'll ask you, no matter where you are, either in the chatty area or the quiet area, to typically get up and just be courteous. All right. If you have somebody in the co-working area that is speaking much more loudly than they need to be, taking a call, listening to video, this comes up a lot as well. I'll mention briefly on the video, go see the cruise director, get a set of headphones. We have headphones at every location. We're happy to give them to you. So if somebody's watching video and it's driving you crazy, go to the cruise director and say, hey, I need to get a set of headphones for Janet over here. And just walk up and smile and say, hey, here you go. Or tell Janet to go to the cruise director. But do not be afraid to talk to other members. Don't sit there in silence. If someone's driving you nuts, walk up to them, smile, and just remind them of the etiquette. If for some reason you don't feel like doing that, then go get the receptionist or the cruise director. That's their job, is to help out. So, last but not least, cleaning up after yourself. Of course, very important, do what your mom told you to do. And we typically don't have an issue with this in our spaces, but just a reminder, when you pick up after yourself in the co-working area, make sure you're throwing away all your trash, make sure you're either washing your dish or putting it in the dishwasher, depending on the location, and make sure if you spill a bunch of coffee on the counter, please wipe it up for the next person behind you. Thank you.